I wonder sometimes whether what we call ADHD is really a challenge of the soul. To do or not to do is often criticized for being ineffective. Yet sometimes it feels like the better option. Sometimes it feels like the best option. But most of the time, it feels like the only option. At the mercy of an invisible force that renders one ineffective is both terrifying and humbling. It seems a relentless struggle against the futility of one's own being. Isolation, solitude, and detachment become fortresses for the soul. Subversion of the capabilities to interact on an emotional and physical level become apparent, and appear as boundaries of what is and what can be done about it. It is a prison of sorts of the mind, where boundaries, tested again and again, deflect all attempts to go beyond into the world of capability and functionality, into the world of humanity. A relentless feeling of rejection from a world that seems alien to the inner senses will generate self-reflection and introspection from a completely different angle than from the conventional, everyday world of consciousness. The outside world begins to appear as a projection of the mind, with sequential time as a foreign concept to the ADHD mind. What appears as cycles, loops, and circular or spiral forms of time seem closer to actuality than the reality of sequential time. It seems like an imposed or false structure to what is in actuality a cycle and repeating or a looping of time and reality. So is the phenomena of ADHD an incapability of perceiving sequential time, or is it a clearer sense of what time really is? As how the 3D world of time and dimension are affected by the ADHD mind, dimension also is diagnosed as impaired. Between time and distance, where one is in the everyday world of generated existence, knowing where you are and where you are going is critical. The ADHD mind, however, does not perceive distance or dimension the same way. Like sequential time, distance does not seem to exist in the ADHD mind. It becomes less critical where you are. It becomes irrelevant. It doesn't matter. This apparent lack of conceptual time and distance is considered the underpinnings for the ADHD diagnosis and describes these as impairments or abnormalities of the brain causing cognitive dysfunction, executive function deficits, and severe attention disorder. But are they? Or could they be descriptions from a world based upon certain restricted concepts of time and space? The focus of diagnosis and treatment is prejudiced by this view. It is based upon conforming the mind to the existing paradigm, rather than the other way around. Do only what has to be done to sustain our existence and nothing more. Otherwise, exist yet do nothing. The caveat when to act and when not to. The impulse from without, the impulse from within, responding or reacting. And responding to which impulse? Both? When they are in alignment, the two impulses, both from within and without, then act. Otherwise, wait. Wait for the echo from your heart.